What's up, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I promise you, I have not been ignoring you on purpose. I have been so very busy with work, regular work, home life, getting this gym shed build going, started up again. I promise you there is going to be an updated video as soon as I get some more stuff put together. Right now it's just a lot of insulation. You'll notice around me that the insulation is basically all put up minus like 3 pieces. Been like nonstop raining on the days that I have time to go buy drywall, so I can't exactly go buy drywall in the middle of a downpour. And then the days that it's super nice, I am working a double shift. It just always seems to work out that way. This whole week I have a ton of days off, like back-to-back days where I could actually get something done, and it's supposed to rain every single day. So that's just how my luck goes. So I'm hoping that during this downtime where it is raining and I can't get the drywall up, that we can start with the equipment. So today, it's not going to be really a gym shed update, but a piece of equipment update. You guys loved when I posted way back when I had bought a pulley system off of Amazon. It was like 60 bucks, 70 bucks, something like that. I don't even remember, it was so long ago. But now that I have moved houses, have a different setup, I actually had to buy almost an entire new rack because I have the Titan T3 squat rack, and it is very difficult to find just a cross member that sits higher up above the rack to attach said pulley system. It's taken way too long. I can't even begin to count how many days, weeks, months I've actually put into the thought process of this. I've tried to hire people to weld me pieces. They said they wouldn't come through. It's just been a mess. So I just bit the bullet, decided to buy an addition to my squat rack, take half it apart, put some of it back up. Hopefully this can help some of you who do the home gym kind of scenario like I do. Soon it's going to actually be almost like a full-fledged functioning mini gym, but I still have to do a lot of stuff on my own, like putting it together, trying to figure out what works for me, because, you know, when I made this gym and I measured everything, it seemed so great, and then I did not account for the loss of inches when you put the walls up. It seems like such an easy concept, but it just did not cross my mind. So I literally lost like 8 inches across, 8 inches wide, just from the walls being up. And so it's only going to get very small amounts more compact as soon as the drywall gets up. So it's like I'm slowly minimizing my space, so I still have to be very creative. I will show you what I have going on for my current lat pull down pulley system. The pulley system, yes, is still from Amazon. Nothing has changed that way. It's just the setup. So let's go ahead and jump in.
Devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress, call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang bang, got my hand, bang got my hand, call.
So stemming back way long time ago when I moved into my current house and I had my gym bedroom set up, I used my Titan T3 short yoke, and that seemed to work really well for my squatting, benching, anything I really needed. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to take down the yoke to use it outside, so it was very stationary for me. But it did do what I needed to do because I was still in the process of lots of knee surgeries. I still am. So that really hasn't changed. But now my situation has changed with people moving into my house, me needing the actual bedroom for a bedroom. So that is why we built this gym shed to begin with. Originally, this squat rack was a Titan T3. Everything is a T3. So if you are on titanfitness.com, you need to make sure that you get things that are specific to whatever you purchase, you know, like the T3, X3, whatever. So this is the Titan T3. I did that because my yoke was a T3, so I could just move things from place to place. This was just a regular squat rack. It was like the 82 inch, I think, because it had to fit in my bedroom at one point. If you go way back, after the yoke, it went to the squat rack, which was this. I'll attach all the videos, so if you're kind of curious as to what the heck I'm talking about. Now we're in the shed. I had the squat rack set up. So I have been trying to figure out what to do with this whole setup to make it easier for me to do a lat pull down. At one point, I actually purchased a lat pull down, and then I realized because of the wall space that I did not account for, I actually didn't have enough space inside this gym for the lat pull down. So originally I had to sit on the floor during the lat pull down, which I will post clips here and there so you know exactly what I'm talking about. A lot of my problem is that my arm length was too long. Even sitting on the floor, my arm length was too long to get a full extension and flexion when I was doing the lat pull down. So I wanted something where the lat pull down was tall enough so that I was able to sit on a real bench and have it set up like a real lat pull down. That was like my ultimate goal, and it was a huge pain in the butt because you were very limited on the amount of weight that you could use because you were on the floor and things were in the way and you couldn't fully extend. It was just a whole thing. So what I did is get on titanfitness.com and I purchased the taller version of the T3 half rack. So you technically can attach this to the wall, but what I did was take my squat rack apart, left the legs in the back the exact same, attached the posts in the front. I got the arms, the 12-inch arms, so that way it was more compact to the wall. I was able to keep my storage for my my plates and to be able to use the front as a bench setup or a squat setup. I really can't squat still, like I can try, but it's really sad situation. Thankfully, when you purchase from Titan, this is one of the perks. They give you this right here, which is a pull-up bar. So what it does is gives you extra inches in height. So the problem was when you attach this, you only had one roller. So the weight was literally right in between your legs. So when you pull down, it would hit your legs or hit the said bench or whatever. So what you needed was a gap in between the weight and the pull down bar. Now, let me show you exactly how this setup works. So that way, if you are in a nightmare of a lat pull down situation like I was, you have something to fix it. So what you guys are seeing right here is the pull-up bar is what I am attaching this to, which is the original pulley system that I purchased off Amazon. And then what I needed was some space in between so that way the weight didn't hit my leg, because you guys have probably seen the pin. This is where the weights go. They slide down on top. But when this is sitting on the floor and it moves up and down to do the lat pull down motion, I guess, then you are getting smacked in the leg with bumper plates or whatever you use. So what I did is I actually ended up finding this piece right here, which is another roller, on Amazon. I will link it down below. It does not fit perfect, but I have it so tight on this bar, it ain't going nowhere. So I angled it towards the back. And then what I can do is I can put the pin on here. When I do the pull down motion, there's at least a foot of space in between where my arms are going to be using the lat pull down lever and then the weight where it sits in the front. Now, because I did add a lot of inches, unfortunately it was just frankly too tall. So I needed extenders for my cable. I could probably just go buy an entire new cable, but because there is a significant height difference between me and my boyfriend, I just got the 2 extender option. These are just 6 inches. All I have to do is attach the extender. So it's just like so. Attach it to the pin. It has enough room to then sit on the bench, which is where I put my plates. I'm just gonna use this little plate to show you. So I can put my plate on the pin. Here is my lat saw. This is a Spud Inc. lat saw. It just slides on like that. Now let me show you how this all works together, because it's only gonna make sense once it's all together. Alright y'all, that is it for today's little DIY on how to make the most out of the little things that you have. Now, of course, I did have to purchase a fair amount of items to make this work, but because of my lack of space, I really had no option. I did try to go the route of just hiring somebody, like I mentioned earlier, which was actually a really well-known company. I purchased a lot of equipment from them, and they just kind of like ghosted me. I sent them my plans. They said, okay, should be no problem. They told me that they were gonna send it to the person that, like the fab people who put it together. There was like a death or something had happened. I gave them like a couple weeks, and then I checked back in, said, yeah, they're gonna do it, no problem. A couple more weeks went by, checked back in, yeah, we're gonna get to it. And then I just gave up because I wanna be able to use my equipment. I don't wanna have to wait for weeks and weeks and weeks on end. So you wanna know what? Sometimes you just gotta do things yourself if you want it done. Obviously, this is my way of getting what I want in a fair amount of time. I mean, it's been like a year since almost a year actually, since I asked for this person to weld me a cross member, which is all I wanted, was just one cross member just to make it a few inches taller. And instead, I got to purchase this whole setup instead. I already had the pulley system, like I mentioned. Everything will be linked down in the description box below. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I'm not affiliated with Titan. I'm not affiliated with anything on Amazon. This is all purchased at your own risk. Originally, when I started out, I purchased a lot of Titan items, so then I had to purchase more Titan items to fit things like my yoke and stuff like that. Go ahead and drop me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Have you tried the pulley system? Do you have a lat pull down system? And is it working well for you? Let me know what you use. Ultimately, I would love a stack of plates on a lat pull down machine, but I don't have the space, and so I'm gonna do what I gotta do to get it done. So until next time, guys, I will catch you later.